the world has no further significance unless the holiday offering it was intended to be.
Wells' daughter Beatrice Wells is donating a collection of photos, documents, and other materials to the UMM Library. The new collection contains more than 70 strips for film, television, and stage, many completed but never produced. Officials say the donation will make the library's Orson Welles collection the most comprehensive in the world for Wells scholars and fans. Wells died at the age of 70 in 1985.
And both institutions are still open for business.
April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and a local nonprofit asking the public to lend their voices or ears to help raise awareness and money.
The nonprofit is called A Child's Hope, and the event, a fun night of karaoke, all to help prevent child abuse. Kathy Cummins-Mary is on the board for A Child's Hope.
And there's going to be celebrity karaoke performances. We're going to have gourmet food stations. There's going to be premium beer and wine bar. We're also going to have a live auction. It should be so much fun.
Yours truly will be among the singers. I hope you'll join me at the fundraiser this Thursday at Andiamo's in Dearborn between 6 and 9 p.m. Visit wwj.com for more information. Crystal Knight, WWJ News Radio 950.
WWJ News Time 414. This portion of news sponsored by Oakland County Business Finance Corporation. Sports is next.
Out of 350 gymnastics facilities in Michigan, there wasn't one in Troy. Toby Biegner, owner, Troy Gymnastics.
So we opened our own with help from the SBA 504 loan program.
Julie Biegner.
We used our first SBA 504 loan to buy the building and equipment. And in 2014, we came back for another SBA loan and opened our third facility.
Oakland County Executive L. Brooks Patterson for the Oakland County Business Finance Corporation. Troy Gym is just one more small business success story. They started in 2006 with a dream to grow it big with an SBA 504 loan.
Warm day, high close to 70, 69 degrees right now. CBS News covers the world. What is next? News Radio 950, WWJ, and WWJ HD Detroit. It's 4 o'clock. CBS News. I'm Dave Barrett, pushing back against Syria after its chemical gassing of civilians.
The Treasury Secretary calls it one of the largest sanctions actions in U.S. history.
We are more than doubling the number of individuals and entities sanctioned and avoid authorities. The documents claim that Cummins intended to escape to Mexico using either a small boat or going across the border by land. The documents also give more details about the 38 days Cummins and Thomas were being sought by officials. The documents say the two traveled through 9 states. Steve Futterman, CBS News. Flying, buckle up, as transportation correspondent Chris Van Cleve explains the FAA says injuries from turbulence doubled in the past year.
There's a reason that they tell you to wear that seatbelt when you're in flight, because when turbulence happens, if you're not buckled in, it can launch you out of your seat and can result in pretty serious injury.
If you always answer plastic to the question of paper or plastic at the grocery store, then you're adding to landfills nationwide. CBS's Vicki Barker says there's now a caterpillar that could help cut the clutter.
Cambridge University scientists have discovered that a parasite infesting European beehives can eat the plastic shopping bags until now considered non-biodegradable. A big boost for the environment. We humans dump 3 trillion plastic bags each year in our dumps and our oceans.
Checking Wall Street at the close. The Dow is up 215 points at 20,763. The Nasdaq is up 73 points, and the S&P is plus 25. This is CBS News.
This watch never stops on Detroit's #1 news station. News Radio 950 WWJ.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. It's April the 24th. I'm Greg Bowman for WWJ News Radio 950.
Cloudy and partly sunny and pleasantly warm tomorrow and Wednesday. The complete AccuWeather forecast coming up.
We have sunshine mixed with the clouds this afternoon. 69 degrees. Traffic and weather on the 8s. WWJ time 4:03. New this afternoon, Crittenden hospitals agreed to shell out hundreds of thousands of dollars to settle a case involving a doctor convicted of falsely telling patients they had cancer. WWJ's Sandra McNeil live and local with the story, Sandra.
Greg, in this agreement, Crittenden Hospital Medical Center and the Crittenden Cancer Center will pay out over $700,000 for billing patients for medical tests that they didn't need. The tests were ordered by Dr. Fareed Faza and physicians in his office. Faza is serving 45 years for putting patients through chemo and other treatments when they didn't have cancer. Federal officials say Crittenden and its owners, Ascension Health, voluntarily disclosed to the government that those lab tests were not necessary. Reporting live, Sandra.
One injury was reported. Fire crews had to rescue one person from the first floor window. Several people who are evacuated won't be allowed back into their apartments as the investigation continues. The hunt is on for men. Police say broke into a Macomb County home and knocked out a woman living inside. It happened last Friday in a home on Clinton River Drive near Gratiot in Mount Clemens. Macomb County Sheriff Captain David Kennedy says the woman who's recovering was home alone after her husband left for work. Kennedy says that's when the suspect kicked in the front door, confronted her, knocked her over the head with his gun, rendering her unconscious.
There were some items taken, but she was also assaulted, which that fits the element for home invasion. If somebody breaks into your home and assaults you, that is a home invasion.
Kennedy says they haven't heard of any similar cases in the area. If you have any information, you should call police.
GM, the GM still knew about this long before the formation of these two separate companies.
Attorneys suing GM applauded the ruling. GM says they will continue to defend themselves in court.
City Councilman Scott Benson says the supplier's been working with residents to reduce issues with truck traffic and emissions.
This is very, very exciting. This is a culmination of 2 years, dozens of community meetings. This is a huge impact. And so the ability to prioritize jobs for 3rd District residents and City of Detroit residents is huge for this area.
Flexible plans to hire up to 700 people through 2021. The city has awarded the supplier $6 million in tax breaks to build that plan.
Good work in the last few years, but they haven't gone away.
Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan urging the 12,000 plus homeowners facing tax foreclosure to take action.
Anybody in Detroit or in the county that is facing foreclosure, you have until June 7th to call the treasurer, come into the treasurer's office. You can get into a payment plan.
For the E-Thomas, WWJ News Radio 950.
WWJ News Time 408. Time for traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 8th. The report is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. What are we watching, KT?
On the northbound Southfield Freeway, you have an accident after 7 Mile. It's blocking your center lane and your right lane and the right shoulder. Looking through the AAA jam cams, you got a slow and go ride back to I-96 because of this. Northbound I-275 after 8 Mile, a crash on your right shoulder and a crash on Eureka Road between Inkster and Beach Daily. Thanks to tipster Donald for that information. On northbound I-75 from I-94 to I-696, you got less than a 10-minute drive. And westbound and eastbound I-696 from Roseville to Southfield, you have no delays. And US 23 southbound between 8 Mile Road and M14, it'll take you less than 15 minutes. In the 24-hour Hines Park Lincoln Plymouth Traffic Center, I'm KT, WWJ News Radio 950.
And the exclusive WWJ active weather forecast now. And meteorologist Dave Bowers, we're getting close to the month of May and some nice sunny weather to bring it in.
That's right. Yeah, it certainly was a gorgeous one here today. We won't see